lovely to see you all. Welcome, Vihi, again. It's lovely to see you. And so Vihi Hazia is our local board member here today, so it's lovely to see him. Also Nib Church from Radio Spice and colleagues behind. And welcome Sati. Sati is our senior librarian community engagement, so worked in the community a long time, haven't you, Sati? Only since you were 5. Anyway, welcome. So I'm going to pass on to my lovely colleagues. So they will explain more about the event, and it's really great to celebrate for the second year Punjabi Language Week. And I know it's become embedded in the annual calendar, so along with all our other weeks that we celebrate. But we don't have to do that just one week. We should talk our languages all the time, anytime. So on my left I have the lovely Sunita first, and then Parasat Allah, who's another staff member, and Manpreet Kenya. So it's really nice to have staff that speak both Hindi and Punjabi as well as Sati. It's great to have them in our community. So I'm going to pass on to Sunita, who's going to go a little bit more on the introductions.
Thank you, Rosalind. Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the Papatoe War Memorial Library. Sat Sri Akal, Kia ora. We are really pleased to celebrate the launch of the Punjabi Language Week at the library, and this is our new annual celebration. Punjabi Language Week is from Monday, the 21st of November to 27th of November. So we are running Punjabi writing competition for 3 different age groups. So you can get the flyers from the library that's how it's gonna work. So we are launching the Punjabi Language Week with Radio Spice. Thanks to Navtej Randhawa from Radio Spice, who has kindly agreed to be our MC for the program. Over to you, Navtej. Thank you.
Sashika Gianu, thank you for being here. My sincere apologies, I've got a bit of a bad throat. It's just the time of the year when everything's changing. But it is a momentous occasion. We have just kick-started in Auckland the inaugural Punjabi Language Week 2022. It's the first one. In Wellington at the Indian High Commission, we started the 10:30 session this morning. With that, officially nationwide, it is in fact now the Punjabi Language Week. And just to give you a brief history of how this came about, Punjabi's been in New Zealand for over 135 years. And with that, of course, language traveled, and most of them were in King Country at that time. And then they moved to Waikato, then they moved to Auckland. So now where we are at the epicenter of things Punjabi. This has got the largest Punjabi community diaspora settlement in the entire New Zealand. After this, it's actually Mandareva, and then thereafter you go to Hamilton and then to Tauranga. So what you have within the Ministry of Education, you have to become a primary language provider. So there's got to be there's got to be certain numbers that people from a certain background have to speak that language, so they can actually allocate a week for that. We've got the Samoan week, we got the Tongan week, we got the Maori week, we got the Chinese week, Tokoloan, all of those beautiful languages, and that's where the idea came from. I've got a lot of friends from different parts of the world. So we kick-started this process with the education department, and they cooperated, and then last year they said, yes, you will have a Punjabi week, and this year they said, this is the week that every year around the country you will be celebrating that at school. So from Monday onwards, we actually going to the schools, Manreva Primary School, then it's Ormiston, then Papatoe schools. We are celebrating at Dunedin and Wellington. So now what's going to happen is the Ministry of Education is going to provide a resource kit for certain age groups. And you will imagine you are in Chicago. So anybody in Chicago, a teacher could actually print that resource out during the week without having anybody's help. They're able to actually have a fun activity. It will take a year for us to get through that, but it's a step in the right direction. And it is important for us all to be bilingual in this country, especially if in your South Auckland. It is given that you will be speaking another language. It's a gift from our forefathers, our ancestors, and we carry that as a Tonga, you know, and when we speak to each other, it's to a service to this planet that has kept so many languages alive, and here being the most multicultural ethnic community in New Zealand, which is South Auckland, why not? And you know, so it is my pleasure. I will be doing a small presentation on the language, but before that, we have a councillor here who's newly elected. I want him to come along, a young lad who's absolutely passionate about Papatoe. And first of all, congratulations. I will very quickly get to know your name as we go as well. And I'm sure that it will not happen again, then I won't remember your name, but I will. Thank you. If you could kindly say a few words first.
Satrikal, namaste, and warm Papatoe greetings. I thought I'd start off by introducing myself so everyone's familiar with who I am. My name is B. Hausia. I am one of your newly elected members of the Papatoe local board. So I'm really excited to be here today to celebrate the start of this language week, the Punjabi language week. Language to me is very important. So whilst most of my local board were out there facilitating the parades for the Samoan game, I told them that I wanted to be here for the celebration. Because one of the things that I campaigned on was the importance of diversity. Papatoe in South Auckland is very diverse. There's a lot of cultures that call Papatoe home. And it's really important that our young ones, the most important people in this room, are able to retain your mother tongue language. Even though, like me, I'm born here in New Zealand, but I still speak Tongan. And it's very important to still speak the language of where your ancestors are from. So Punjabi Language Week gives us the opportunity, a platform, to celebrate the importance of language. So I'm really excited to be here today. I want everyone here to have a really good day today. If you want to come and say hi, I'm free to chat. I'm just going to sit here. I've got a lot to learn. And I'm really excited to see where Punjabi Language Week goes on every year and just to watch it build and grow. So thank you for this opportunity and thank you for promoting me. He called me a councillor. I'm a local board member, but you can call me a councillor if you want. Thank you for this opportunity.
There you go. Aspirations are everything. Wonderful. Thank you for those kind words. So before I get started, we also want to thank the library for hosting this. Now, in terms of celebrating the Punjabi Language Week, before that, there is something very exciting around the screen, which is actually the paintings from a lot of our winners and the participants who were part of the second New Zealand Punjabi painting competition. So we do that every year. And one of the judges, she's sitting here, Gurvant Kaurji, who's also an accomplished painter herself. So she picked a lot of the winners, and along with another wonderful guy, Hajod. So out of them, just quickly, they're all beautiful. And the standout one was indeed the one by Rashid, the winner in the adult category. So she's right here with us, and you can see the immersion of two cultures, coming together really nicely. The theme was Diwali. So just letting everybody know, the theme was Diwali. So she's got a diya, but actually in a waka, she's truly, and the koru in the middle, I really like that. And she also has many designs with that. And then we got Miss Pamra, who's actually designed and also painted, some fascinating photos. And there are a lot of young kids who are winners of the children category as well. So they are here, and we are thankful there are other winners as well. So we thank them all for first of all participating. So as part of our undertaking at Radio Spice, we make sure that our expressive art and cultural field is also evolving, developing, and we are nourishing our next generation, and also the experiences that are making New Zealand a unique place to live and celebrate your heritage. We openly encourage that, and that is one of our visions to take it to the world stage and have exhibitions, that reflect your unique identity. Being a New Zealander, that's very important to everyone as well. So before much ado, we will get going on this. Punjabi Language Week, 21st to 27th, and basically it says Punjabi Bhasha Hafta New Zealand Bhar vich manaya javega. The Punjabi Language Week will be celebrated New Zealand wide, and it is actually starting with that. Now, just quickly, before we get going, we need to know the origins of this language as well, so that you do understand, and reflect on how it's evolved into different parts of the world and has been carried by people from there. So, very quickly, the language itself has moved. This is the map of northern India, and now which is Pakistan, and this is Punjab on the right hand side, New Delhi, which is the capital. So all of that was basically Indus Valley civilization that evolved and was there for 8,000 years. It's one of the oldest civilizations on this planet. The only language that has yet to be deciphered is actually from Mohenjo-daro Harappa. So the world linguists have yet to decipher the language of our forefathers. It is the language which kept a civilization going for over 1,500 years. The artifacts found carbon dated pottery, the skeletons found in these parts and here have carbon dated it back to close to 8,000. Just to reflect on that, the Egyptian and the Mesopotamian civilization and the Chinese, 6,000, 5,000. This goes back 8,000, one of the oldest. And then it perished. Nobody knows what happened to the people who were there as part of the Indus Valley in Mohenjo-daro. They just disappeared. And this is where a lot of the theories come in, that a lot of them had actually moved down because there were famines, food shortage. What we're seeing in Africa at the moment, so many of them are moving from one place to another. Food is important. So that was the region where the language started to evolve. Punjabi is the official language of Punjab. It gets the name from the state. The word Punjab is a mixture of two words from Farsi. Panch means 5 and A means water. So the land of 5 rivers. Here's the other thing. Can you see? Sorry, my apologies. because of its geographical location, it's been invaded so many times. We have bloods from Greeks, from the Chinese, from the Persians, from the Pathans, you name it. We've got all the bloodlines in the north. We are the most mixed people that have come to this planet really around the world, because all the soldiers, invaders, year after year, they would settle, so many of them, marry into the local world, and we have those DNAs traveling, most complex DNA on this planet is actually in that part of the world, which is just fascinating. Just because of the number of invasions. The Silk Route is just above that. So I'm just going to go back very quickly. So the Silk Route is just above on this side, the Balochistan. You will see the map as we go. So it's around there, and that's where Punjab is really as a region. So most of the invaders came through here. Genghis Khan came through there. The Persians, the Shahs from here, the Afghans, incredible. Every single year they would come in with their soldiers, and there was only one thing to take everything out, and you had to fight for your life every single year. You'd be annihilated otherwise. And that's why they became one of the formidable warriors by the end of it all, and fought for the same land, and became the land of the warriors. It's the 10th most widely spoken language in the world. So, natively spoken in Punjab, 2 dialects, I will go to that, but it's the 10th most widely spoken language, just because of the sheer numbers. 122 million people speak Punjabi. That's a lot of people, if you think about it. Okay. That makes it the 10th most commonly spoken native language. More people speak Punjabi than German, Korean, or French combined on this planet. That's fascinating, isn't it? 4th most spoken language in England, 3rd most spoken language in Canada. Okay, here's the thing. There's somebody who's holding up a tripod, and he's in a traditional Pakistani attire at the back right here. That's where Punjabi is spoken the most, in Pakistan. So there are more Punjabi speakers in Pakistan than in India. So everybody could see that. Yes. That was a traditional gear, it was easier. So he is a Pakistani Muslim Punjabi. And we have all the different religions that encompasses the greater Punjab. That's what it was. It was defended with sword. So this is Gurmukhi. I will come to that. So Uda, Ada, Edi, Sasa, Haha. That's Punjabi's first dialectal, linguistic tones that come into play. Uda, Ada, Edi, Sasa, Haha. Interesting facts about Punjab. Widely spoken language of Pakistan. Official language of the Sikhs. People who adhere to the Sikh religion. One of the 22 official languages of India. 102 million people speak. And it's obviously gone up. Now I'm about to show you the Punjabi alphabet from Gurmukhi, which is called Punjabi Varnmala. So Punjabi alphabet in Punjabi is called Punjabi Varnmala. Now here's something that is very unique to it. There's 16 languages on this planet that can be written in 2 dialects. Punjabi is one of them. So this script is Shamukhi, what the gentleman who just came. So Alf Be, so that's how, it's very close to Persian. In fact, the language, you will see the Persian slants are very similar to that because Sanskrit, which is even the oldest language in the Prakrit, it actually all descended from that, and the people started to settle. They brought their influences into that, and it evolved as such. So कितने थोड़े है क्या अपना total कितने 32 है मेरे ख्याल 32. So 32 letters in the script here. So more than one script, Gurmukhi and Shamukhi. So this is 35 traditional characters, Gurmukhi, as in the Punjabi, India side, Punjab. Uda, Eda, Edi, Sasa, Haha, Kaka, Kaka, Gaga, Kaga. And if you keep on going, Nana, Chicha, Chicha, so it just keeps on going, and then you have different ways to spell it. This is Punjabi written in both Gurmukhi and Shamukhi. Punjabi exactly the same in the two dialects. Yeah. So script in Punjabi. So this is a normal alphabet that you will see in the schools in Punjab, India. So Uda, Oot, Ada, Anar, and Edi, Ego. Sasa, Save. So in school they would learn with the tonal and the animal or the other, everyday common things they can feel, touch and associate. So we spoke about the Gurmukhi, Uda, Ada, Edi, Sasa, as is, and you can see the different slants. As Sa is in the same, E in the energy, A as in the hat, Ada, hat. So how to pronounce them very quickly. Uda as in room, Uda. So this is the last slide of this whole. Very quickly, this is a very basic PowerPoint that I've put together just to reflect on the language. It traveled with our forefathers in New Zealand in 1889, the first Punjabi who came to New Zealand, and in the written form in 1902 we have documents written in New Zealand. And here in Papatoi we've got books that are in Punjabi. So these are all in Punjabi, next to Hindi as well. So you can see there's a big, in fact, collection of that. I want somebody to stand because it's because of her. So this is Mrs. John. We are thankful. Thank you, Auntie. Not only that she learned the language herself because she's born in Fiji, she traveled to India as a tradition, as a tradition for us as well, to go back to India and learn the language in the local environment so you can reflect how the language evolved as well. And as a gift, she came back, and when she became the librarian, she made sure that we got enough books, and it carries through with Rosalind and the team, and of course our lovely team members who are here, Sunita ji.
That is correct.
Yes.
I was born in India.
Sorry, I apologize.
I was 8 years old when I went to Fiji.
Yes.
And I learned Punjabi in India, in Punjab. But because I learned it so early, I was 8 years old when I moved to Fiji, but I carried the love of the language. So much so that when I first went to school in Fiji, my dad was the teacher in the school, and I was put in the Hindi class. But without even him knowing, I myself changed to the Punjabi class. So, sorry to interrupt.
No, Auntie,
but I
that's
know
good.
he knows a lot about me and my passion and everything. So I thought I'd better correct him before he says too
Good.
much.
Good,
Thank
Auntie.
you.
That's what aunties are for. It's a good thing. So very quickly, I just wanted to actually show you something here. So if you look at this, do this. So, Punjab as a state was actually right up to the northwestern frontier, right into Afghanistan. The only people on this planet who have ruled Afghanistan are the Punjabis. The only people, nobody, Russians, English, they've all tried. Nobody could conquer Afghanistan apart from the Punjabis. Yeah, with this war too. But just to reflect that how in partition in 1947, it was partitioned in half without any sense whatsoever. Close to 5 million people moved in 3 days, and close to more than half a million people died while doing that. It's the biggest massacre, human massacre ever on this planet in 3 days. 500,000 people perished. Imagine you sitting as a settled civilization for over 5,000 years, right? And somebody says to you, you know what? You pack up your bags, leave, going to a place you don't know in 3 days. All of that happened to our people. And still the repercussions of that and the price and the residual overhangings are still there among the people. They're very proud people, but you see that. So then, after that, it was dissected again into Haryana, another state. Then it was dissected again into another state, which is Himachal Pradesh. So Punjab itself on the east side, in fact, was dissected 3 times again, and it's become. So this is 3 times this area. Just to put things in perspective, just to travel from Lahore to Islamabad, I've done it 3 times. It is actually 7 hours going at a speed of 120 k's. Just to travel from one place to another, you need 3 days. That's how far this place is. And to travel from here to there to one end to the other, 6 hours. You can just travel from one end to the other. That's how small it's become. But still, around the world, a lot of the people reflect their identity as Punjabi because it is something that has, a lot of, I'd say, beautiful well-beings in a way that come into play when you reflect on a culture which has evolved. So, Punjabi Language Week, it's officially launching in Auckland from this library, because this library is the home of things Punjabi, because everybody here loves, the culture, and we are thankful to the council for hosting us once again and giving us the support we always need to ensure that our children, our next generation, are also connected to the language. Thank you. Any questions? You can ask anything. It's okay. I'll try my best to answer close to the language. But nonetheless, you please do spend time to have a look at the paintings. The ones who participated, I would like them to actually stand now and take a couple of minutes to just talk about their paintings and how they came about. So let's start with, who would like to start first?
Before we start,
Haji?
before we start, can I just,
Yes, go for it.
with Museum Chinese Language Week, when it's celebrated, it's quite on Facebook and Instagram, it has a quite big social presence. I think we're lucky that we celebrated Punjabi Language Week, and we should actually go social. And maybe, I don't know whether we can do this or not, but the Chinese language, we do run competitions where people from other communities participate, and they do 5 phrases, 5 days challenge. I think we should do something like
Absolutely.
that
We
to promote our
certainly will.
language.
Thank you for the suggestion. Early days, this is the first year we officially
Yes.
doing nationwide, and we will ensure that we have that part of, and we'll probably get you to.
I know.
You know,
And also it's the first time, that's why.
yes.
The times are they're celebrating. I
Yes.
know
Very fun.
decades they are celebrating.
But like it's amazing that we have been able to achieve it.
Yes,
It's a
yes.
massive achievement.
We will, I mean, we still got some time, let's see if we can get people to. A lot of people are singing through the videos, the kids speaking in Punjabi, which is great, so we're thankful, you know, to all of them. So Rashid, do you want to start? So let's start with the winner of, and you can just take us through your paintings through as well.
सत श्री अकाल नमस्ते मैं इस पेंटिंग को स्टार्ट आई वांट टू स्टार्ट विद दिस पेंटिंग so in this painting the painting is the theme of the painting is the Diwali colors so better to put it here So the theme of this painting is the Diwali colors. So here, so you can see this is the main focal point of this art is the merging of two cultures, the culture of India and the culture of this one. This is the Kolu, the culture of Maori people and the New Zealand. So here this is a boat in Maori language called waka, and here I present diya. Diya is the oil lamp. It's the oil lamp with a light. So it represents a diya. So and also it represents a symbol of Diwali. So and it spread the light of. This is the light, the Kolu. This is the light spreading entire the world. This light spreading, this is the light symbol of prosperity and growth. Here I like to tell you, in the background, this is the auspicious symbol of Hindu that called swastika. The Kolu and the swastika both symbolize prosperity and growth. So here I'm trying to merging the two cultures, the Hindu culture and Maori and New Zealand culture. Yeah. So this is the theme of this painting. Thank you.
Thank you, Rashid. That was great. Who is our next winner? Jasmine? You want to come and talk about your painting?
So this is my painting. It's the Mali culture, and it's about like light over darkness. If you can see the fireworks at the back, which represent the light, and then the darkness of the night, which represents the dark. And then you can see people making rangoli, which is made of powder, colored powder. And then this is a toran, which is like a decoration you can put on your doors. And then some fairy lights. And then if you can see here, there's some diyas, like the other painting, the oil lamps. Thank you.
Thank you, Jasmine. Mishika? I think the Mishika, our next winner.
So my painting is about Diwali and Punjabi culture. So this is a rangoli and it represents all the colors of Diwali. This is a Gurdwara because we're Sikh. This is Ekonkar, which means God is one. And this represents a mother teaching her child about their traditions so that they can pass on to future generations. The fireworks represent color and happiness and joy, and so do the diyas. Yeah.
Thank you, Mishika. That was good. Very good. Next Manveen.
Okay, so this is my painting, and the reason I created this is because it says be the light for someone, and because I thought that people are going through a lot of hard times, I thought that this could be the light they are going through the. So that's what the Dia represents, and that's why I wrote the message on it. Also, the colors represent happiness, and how after all that happens, that even if bad things happen, in the end, always good things will happen to you.
That was great. Thank you. Sorry, tell me this next. Winners.
Oh, winners.
No more here.
That's it. Yeah, that's all there is. Now we're gonna do. ਤੁਸੀਂ ਵੀ ਗੱਲ ਕਹੋ ਥੋੜਾ ਪੰਜਾਬੀ ਕਹਿ ਲਓ ਕੋਈ ਗੱਲ ਨਹੀਂ ਜਿੱਦਾਂ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਕੋਈ ਗੱਲ ਨਹੀਂ ਰਿਲੈਕਸ
So my name is Harvinder and I made this one. So this is actually a Diwali theme and I'm not perfect for framing, it's just as my hobby. This is kind of my way to release my stress and things. So I love to do craft and painting, sketching. So I just did it then when my husband told me there is a competition. So I said okay, I just to participate. I was never thinking that I'm gonna win it. So it was really happy for me that I win there. And let's see.
Who bring the cake? Shall we do it?
I don't know.
Alright. So, big round of applause for all the participants. I think it started last year. We had a culmination of all of that here, and it's growing. It will grow. Now, a very special moment for us all. Thank you to Rosalind and the team. And she's absolutely wonderful. You know, she's just embraced, you know, diversity, and that's part of the world. With open arms, we're just thankful, Rosalind. Celebrating Punjabi Language Week, so officially cutting the cake. So we would like our youngest member. Who's the youngest member? Sabto chota kaun hai ithe? Karan, sorry. I would also like to mention Karan. Karan, who has actually done absolutely wonderful paintings. This is Karan's work. Brilliant, just brilliant work. And he's done many. So, you know, I truly admire his courage to, you know, reflect upon. And he's got the little, yes, that, and this one. So, beautifully done. Thank you, Karan and the team. His family friend dropped the anybody from Karan's family here? His friend was here, I remember, but he's moved. Thank you for bringing the thing. So, what any questions? Thank you for bringing that to our attention. So, all right, everyone. So now, everyone who's involved, we would like the council, the team members, Rosalind, and everybody, and also, so let's all stand here together, and we will cut the cake with the. Okay, so I guess the best way to do this would be the youngest member come to that side, and he's cutting the cake. Who would like to do that? Youngest one, Eddie? Sit the sheepy down. The sheep down, You guys comfortable, everybody? On board? Anybody wants to come? Yeah. ध्यान देना अपना
हाँ जी
Kids, I think you need to look this side. बच्चे ने उधर नहीं खड़ा कर
अच्छा
लिया
एक दो फोटोज जड़ियां ना
already content
इधर करके तो थोड़ी इधर खड़े हुए हैं बस सारे ना alright yes you will do that or we'll take couple photos you can leave it there but no no sir I can do it all right wonderful ਤੁਸੀਂ ਵੀ ਕਹਿ ਸਕਦੇ ਇੱਕ ਕੈਮਰਾ ਖੁੱਲਾ ਹੈ अच्छा ठीक है तब ਤੁਸੀਂ ਵੀ ਅੱਛਾ ਅੱਛਾ ਹਰ ਵਾਰ ਵੀ ਆਪਣੇ ਆਹ ਵਾਲੇ ਫਰੇਮ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਖਿੱਚਣੀ ਆਪਾਂ ਦੀਪ ਆਹ ਵਾਲੇ ਫਰੇਮ ਚ ਹਾਂ When we first came at 2 o'clock, there were very few people. Here we are. We're slow starters, but sure starters. Yes.
That's another part of Punjab.
Yes.
Do you want me to take some pictures?
Okay, last shots. Wait, ਤੁਸੀਂ ਇੱਕ ਖਿੱਚ ਲਓਗੇ ਪਹਿਲੇ ਵੀ ਇੱਕ ਖਿੱਚ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਵੀ ਆ ਰਹੇ ਪਹਿਲੇ ਜਾਣਾ ਤਾਂ
रवि पाजी थोड़ा नाम अजी तो ਤੁਸੀਂ ਜੋ ਮੈਂ ਕਿਹਾ
काम
और ऐसा अच्छा पे थले आप बस शॉर्ट कर देगा and now everybody's going to do one with a thumbs up Punjabi language
Wait, I'll use the other one. Please hold on to that pose.
thumbs up Punjabi language
yeah.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, wonderful.
We can
So,
share.
yeah, let's share that.
This is my friend.